What's going on, guys? This is me again, once again, ranting about something in Geometry Dash community. And honestly, at this point, I'm kind of like Blame Truth from the COD community, where he just rants about stuff in the COD community, but instead, I'm ranting about stuff in Geometry Dash. So I guess you can call me Blame Truth, but the Geometry Dash edition, right? Anyways, today's topic will be about this tweet that came out like a week ago that states that any playable level is rate worthy. The person repeats that 3 times, clearly passionate about this topic. And then there's a quote tweet that said this sentiment should be normalized over the sentiment of levels must look and play this way in order to be rated. So yes, any playable level should be considered rate worthy. Now, let me break this down for you. The first part of this tweet, I agree, like I respect it. Like levels must look and play this way in order to be rated. That statement just is bullshit, right? Levels shouldn't follow like a strict formula because then levels would get stale and boring. There won't be any creativity, right? So that part of the tweet I agree with. Now, the part that I do not agree with is the second part, where it says any playable level should be considered rate-worthy, echoing the sentiment of the initial tweet. Now, I have a problem with this because it just fails to recognize that a GD level, has two parts: gameplay and design. These two parts are essential to make a pleasant experience to play the level, and it's essential to get a star rate because a level without any of those two components, you can barely call it a level. Like, okay, let me explain. All right, a level that looks good, all right, like has amazing visuals, effects, but plays terribly. Like, let's say it's very unbalanced in terms of gameplay. It's like the transitions don't work properly, stuff like that. Like, if you have a level like that on the servers, you would probably say, nah, this level sucks. It shouldn't be rated. And you know what? You're right. A level that looks good but plays bad shouldn't be rated. But this goes both ways. A level that like plays well but looks terrible shouldn't be rated either. You know why? It's because a Geometry Dash level needs these two components in order to be considered good. Just compare a Geometry Dash level to fish and chips, alright? If I order fish and chips from a restaurant, I expect to get at least the fish and the fries, alright? That's the main components of fish and chips. If I am missing either one of those components, that's not called fish and chips anymore, now is it? Like, if I got served with some fish but no fries, then that's not fish and chips, that's just called fish. Grilled fish or whatever. I would complain that because I paid for fish and chips, not just a piece of fish without any fries. So, this is the same with a Geometry Dash level. Like, if a GD level plays well but looks like shit, I would not be satisfied with that. I will be unhappy with that. And I don't think that should be rated. Do you get my point? Like, I get it, alright. I get the angle that these people are coming from. They're scared that, oh, if you have too much standards, it will hinder the creativity of these levels. And I get that, right? That's true to a certain extent. Like, if you have too much rigid standards in order to just get rated, then yeah, all the rated levels will just look the same. But there needs to be like some basic level of standards, right? A level should just play well, the transition should work, the gameplay should be balanced in a way that's fun, and same with the decoration. The decoration should look good, alright? There should be some effort put into the decoration. it should look cohesive. You know, me putting rainbow blocks all over the level won't garner me any rates from RobTop, right? That's just not a good level because, yeah, sure, my gameplay might be good, but I have rainbow blocks everywhere. Do you think that deserves to be rated? No, I don't think so. You know what that reminds me of? A recent tab level. Like, you think a recent tab level deserves to be rated? Nah, 99.9% of the time, no, it doesn't. You know why? Because they have gameplay that's playable sometimes, but obviously the creator doesn't really care about the design. If you can see in the recent tab level, right? It's like a lot of levels that just has random saws everywhere, random decoration objects everywhere that don't go well with each other, bad colors, all that kind of stuff. You know, you've seen all those recent tab videos by Eric Van Wilderman or whoever that makes recent tab videos. You've seen like how these levels look like. These levels don't look good. Yeah, sure, they might play alright, like a challenge. They might play alright, but the design looks like shit. And I don't think that deserves to be rated. I don't think RobTop wants to stamp his seal of approval on a level like that. Like, rated levels are basically RobTop's seal of approval. It's basically RobTop saying, alright, this level is good enough to be played and be rewarded for completing it, right? That's what a star rate is. And I don't think a level from like the recent tab deserves that. Even though it has good gameplay, if the level looks like shit, I don't think it deserves that. Because, like, when you play a level, you also look at the level, right? Like, if a level has like ugly colors, it just makes you wanna not play the level because it just looks like shit. Yeah, so design is equally important compared to gameplay. You cannot only have the gameplay. That's just not how it works. That's just basically a layout. So yeah, I just don't see why like this sentiment is all of a sudden popular. Like, I don't know why all of a sudden this is like an argument. Like, oh, a level just shouldn't care about the decoration. It should only be playable to be rated. That's some bullshit. You know, like clearly the guy that made that tweet is like lazy to come up with like a design for his layout or whatever, right? I get that. Look, I get it. You know, sometimes it's very hard to come up with a good design. You know, a design that looks good, right? Sometimes you will make a block design and then will trash it and make another one and then trash that and then make another one, right? It's hard, yes, it's hard work, but to get that rate, you need to put in some effort. You know, you can't just expect everything to be rated just because you created the layout. Like, come on, man. Just imagine someone from the outside. You know, someone from outside the community looking into Geometry Dash and seeing like some recent tab style level being rated and being awarded stars for it. He'll be like, what is going on? Why is this a rated level? Why does this give me stars? This level looks like shit. And they would just have this thought process that, oh, GD has bad moderation. The developer, the players, the community, they don't care about standards at all. You know, that's what people are gonna think. And you know what? Creators in the community are gonna take advantage if this change ever happened. If RobTop just suddenly says one day, alright, if a level is playable, you're rated, right? There is gonna be so many creators that are gonna take advantage of that. They're just gonna create slop after slop, right? Good layouts, but they just don't put in effort in the decoration at all. They just put some random decoration objects in the level and just say, yeah, that's my decoration, rate this level right now, right? You're gonna have so many of that. You're gonna have so much of that. It's gonna oversaturate the actual good levels. Do you want that to happen? No, I don't think so. That sounds like shit. So yes, there needs to be some standards to filter out the very like terrible levels, right? Levels that just are just layouts or just have shit decoration, right? They put like random saws everywhere and call that decoration, right? There needs to be some standards to filter all of that out and filter all the low effort levels out. You know, low effort levels that, you know, just kind of like reuse designs, right? They don't really change much. It's just copy paste like all of it. Like, some standards need to be present in order to filter all of those out. But other than that, if a level has good gameplay and looks decent enough, There we go, should be rated. You can do whatever you want with that. Just make sure that a level will accomplish those two things. Alright? Simple as that. I don't get why the community needs to be on each extreme end of the spectrum and die on that hill. It's like, guys, come on. Can't you just settle like a middle ground? You know, like a level needs to play well and look good. Alright? Why can't you just have that opinion? Why must you be like so like extreme on either end? It's like, come on, guys. Let's not be like that way, alright? I don't know, I'm just tired of talking about this. So that's basically it. All in all, a level needs both gameplay and decoration to get at least a rate. Alright? There we go. Easy as that. Let's not argue about this further. And if you disagree, well, you can just suck my balls. Alright? Bye bye.